Comment vous allez? Bienvenue chez vous. Je vous demande
Ça va.
Ça va bien?
De venir ici, c'est fort. Tu sais ça.
Parce que ce que vous faites, monsieur le sélectionneur, c'est moi qui l'assume. C'est moi le président de la fédération. Ce que vous faites, c'est moi qui l'assume. Ce n'est pas vous. Dans votre pays, je ne le fais pas. Et vous ne me parlez pas comme ça, monsieur le sélectionneur. N'oubliez pas, en tant que footballeur, vous ne pouvez jamais me parler. Donc maintenant, je suis le président. Vous ne me parlez pas comme ça. D'accord? Vous vous asseyez et on travaille. Arrêtez un peu ce bordel. Il est temps d'arrêter ce...
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again. You guys good? They call me MisterJaay. If this is your first time seeing this face, man. We have an update on the, remember a couple of hours ago, I dropped a vlog about the whole crazy situation, the heated situation between the Belgian Mark Brees coach and the president of the Cameroonian Football Federation, Fecafoot, Mr. Samuel Eto'o. And it so happened that Samuel Eto'o wasn't joking about what he said. So we're going to talk about that. But before we do get started, man, it would definitely mean a whole lot to me if you can be part of the family. We a big family, we growing. We're about to get to that 50K. That is the goal for the rest of the year. So ladies and gentlemen, so like I said in my vlog a couple of hours ago, man, the football system in Africa has had a whole lot of ups and downs, and the Cameroonian Football Federation is no different. All across Africa we've had situations of national teams employing Europeans to actually control and handle the team, like the head coaches. And as we speak, we have a whole lot of Europeans around Africa as head coaches for their national teams. That is, by the way, it is up to a debate to see if us Africans, we do agree. If you agree or if you don't agree, or if you want to go towards they are more experienced than us. It's debatable, but that's not what I'm here. So we all saw exactly what happened. The heated conversation and the working meeting that was called up at the Fecafoot headquarters, and then the new guy coming by after not being there for like 2 months and having been in Cameroon for 2 months, and there's this back and forth, tension between the president of Fecafoot and ministers at the Ministry of Sport and stuff. Now let me just say this, man. Sport is not for politicians. Football is not for politicians, because politicians really do not understand the ins and outs of football. Now you might think they do, but they actually don't. And coming from a country where it's all about party politics, where people get nominated to position, especially government positions, just by means of affiliation to a specific or to a particular political party, which in most cases is always the ruling party. So you might ask yourself, are some of these people at the ministry actually qualified? Now this is a man who actually played football for a living. This man grew up in football. This man he has been a prolific football player globally. He's not just from Cameroon, talking about from Africa. This man is like the highest goal scorer, still holds that position when it comes to the African Cup of Nations. I think he did like 18 goals. Correct MisterJaay if I'm wrong. But we come to this whole phase of where this man is trying to distance the Cameroonian Football Federation from politics. And in the video, if you paid close attention, he was telling the Belgian coach, you do not play politics in Cameroon, because from the argument that went on between Samuel Eto'o and the guy who was at the door, the guy from the ministry, and you can see that it's all about they're trying to play politics with football, and Samuel Eto'o doesn't want politics in football anymore. Yes, yada yada, we said all of that, and in the end, after Samuel Eto'o asked that man to be kicked out, Samuel Eto'o told the coach, you either stay and we have this meeting because you've missed a whole lot, or if you go, do not turn back. And at the end, just before this coach walked out, Samuel Eto'o asked somebody to organize, to convene the committee to select a new coach, which this man was not playing. And he told the coach, if you leave, I'm going to convene and we are going to select a new coach. Now, this is speaking and doing. You did talk and do. You feel me? And immediately after that, at the end of the day, this man held his meeting. He convened his committee, and then they have selected an interim coach. And they suspended the Belgian Mark Brees. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we can sit here and debate all day about if Mr. Mark Brees is actually the right coach in terms of experience and in terms of the history of the Indomitable Lions to actually control, because this man has literally not won a whole lot in his professional career as a coach. And you heard him trying to get at Eto'o, President Eto'o, for, like, you've never been a coach. And this man said he's been a coach. And back in 2015, this man was put as interim manager for the club, Antalyaspor. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, in Turkey. And it lasted just for 3 weeks. And then this man was trying to take a shot at Eto'o for that, but Eto'o corrected him. As a football player, I was a very prolific one. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a new interim president. Fecafoot president, actually, the federation suspended Mark Brees, the Belgian. And who thought that he was, above and everything to go back and forth with the whole president of the football federation, which I stand by this man for, putting this Belgian dude in his position. You do not come into a country and start disrespecting. But of course, if this man acted that way, it only means that the politicians at the Ministry of Sports and whatever, they have fed this man crazy things in his head, and they have made him understand that he was maybe super than the president of the federation, to which we are seeing that he is not, and he has been suspended, which is rightfully so. And this is not just a moment of joy for me, because after suspending this guy, he didn't go after another European coach to come take over. He put a Cameroonian, a fellow Cameroonian coach. By the way, he nominated Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin actually was with the national team. Eto'o played under this guy. I mean, there was the competition where they beat Morocco 4-2, and it wasn't a great game back in the day. And this man put him as interim coach. He's going to handle the position until they can get a real coach, a coach that is not going to disrespect the president, a coach that will know his place when he comes into a country like Cameroon, a coach that will understand that you cannot function as a coach of the national team without making the president of the football association or the football federation your ally. Think about this. You get nominated as a consular officer, or you get nominated as the ambassador. You go into the country, and then you do not make the Minister of Foreign Affairs your ally. It's going to be a tough one for you. And we can go on and talk back and forth about which side is right, if the president of Fecafoot actually let them get into the building and so on. But bro, you need to understand this. At the end of the day, the president of the Football Federation is the one that would actually carry the weight of anything that happens with the national team. So Mr. Martin Pile is going to handle the team. And mind you, Cameroon Indomitable Lions, we are supposed to face Cape Verde. And Cape Verde, although a small country, they have been showing us in the recently finished African Cup of Nations, these guys impressed. So this man is supposed to hold his press conference, man. The new coach, the interim coach, is supposed to hold his press conference on the 30th, where he's going to, throw out the list of the players that are going to be they're going to face Cape Verde. I mean, this is nice, Africa for Africa, man. We need to start believing in our own brothers and sisters, man. So Rico Bearson went out, fellow Cameroonian, and then Coach Martin Spile has come in. Now, you can go on back and forth and argue, no, is he done it? Bro, we do have a whole lot of former Cameroonian players, man, national team players who are coaches now. Some of them did their coaching training in Europe, and some of them, they can actually handle this team. I mean, so man, big up to the interim coach, and congratulations to Mr. Samuel Eto'o for not taking BS from nobody. You feel me? If you come to our country, you need to respect us. I mean, that's my time. Leave a comment and let me know exactly what you think. Is this a good move? And do you applaud that this man stood up for the values, and then you need to respect this authority? This is not the kangaroo court. You feel me? That's my time. Be good, and I hope you did become part of the family. Without a year, 237 Cameroon, Africa in miniature. Le continent AC.